Hello, and welcome to another WP Unlimited tutorial. Today, we're going to take a look at the Layout tab inside the WP Unlimited options. So to get there, we're going to go to Appearances, WP Unlimited Options, and then we're going to click on the Layout tab. Now you can see here we've got quite a few options to customize the look and feel, the layout of our site. Now, if you look here, the first thing we've got is to show header title and show header tagline. WordPress, by default, will show the title of your blog and a custom tagline that you can put in. Now, if you don't want to show these, all you have to do is uncheck them, and they won't appear on your site. Now, we are going to show them for the purposes of our tutorial, so we're going to go ahead and have them checked. Now, our width options below here are going to have our content width, our sidebar width, and if we choose to have a second sidebar, the width of that sidebar as well. For right now, we're going to leave those at their defaults, and we're going to take a look at our layout format. Now, these are the most popular ways to lay out a blog. You can either have no sidebars, you can have content with one sidebar, sidebar and then content, or sidebar, sidebar, content, sidebar, content, sidebar, and content, sidebar, sidebar. The highlighting over the question marks will give you an example of what these things are going to look like. Now, right now we've got no sidebars checked, and this is what that looks like using the default WP Unlimited theme. Now, if we go in and decide to add content and then a sidebar and save our changes, we can come over here and hit refresh, and you'll see that here we have our content, and then over here we have a sidebar. Very easy to do. Now let's change some of the content and sidebar widths to change the overall look and layout of the site. Now 450 is a great width for content, but if you're going to post a lot of large photos or maybe widescreen video, you might want to go a little bit wider. So let's change that to 550, and we can see, we'll just hit save real quick, come over here and refresh, and you'll see that reflected immediately in your site design. Now, you may decide that this sidebar might not be wide enough for you. You'd like it to be a little bit wider, so you can go back into sidebar 1. Whenever you have only one sidebar, sidebar 1 will be the one you want to choose, and we'll change that to, say, 275, just for the purposes of showing off how this will work. We can hit refresh real quick, and you'll see there we have a much wider sidebar that might be good for some of those larger advertisements or things like that that you see on many popular sites. So with just a few changes, we've already completely changed the look and feel of this website without making any adjustments to color, or all we're doing is changing the layout of the site. So now what we're going to do is go in and explore just a little bit more about what we can do with these by adding in the second sidebar. Let's click down here to Sidebar, Content, Sidebar and hit Save, and you'll see how these changes are immediately reflected onto the site. Now there we are. Now we've got our wider sidebar is now our sidebar on the left-hand side, and of course we've got the smaller sidebar over here on the right. And we can go in and we can go ahead and drop that sidebar width back down to 200 so it matches our sidebar number 2. And again, very easy to do, and we can make an immediate change to reflect a new look for the site. Now, this is very simple to do and doesn't require any programming skill whatsoever. You simply check the options you'd like to use and adjust the content width and the sidebar width until you're satisfied with it. Now that you have those sidebars available, you may wonder how you can change what appears inside those sidebars. And that's actually very easy as well. You'll want to go back over to Appearance and click on Widgets. Now everything, all of the sidebars in WP Unlimited are widgetized, and you can add and subtract different widgets to add different content to those sidebars. And for example, let's go to sidebar number 2, and we'll show it. We've got Archives and Search. So you can see here Archives and Search. We're going to tab back over, and let's go ahead and add, why don't we add a calendar? We can add a calendar here to the bottom, but if we want to move it to the top, all we got to do is drag it, move it up, and save our changes. Now when we go back and refresh, we have a calendar added to our sidebar. If we decide we want to remove that calendar, we can click Edit and then hit Remove, and it's gone. We save our changes again, and we're right back to where we were before. So any of these widgets and other widgets that you can find in various places online are all available in your sidebars using WP Unlimited. It's very easy to do and can really show you some of the powerful things you can do using your layout and your widget options to get the most out of your website.